Hi guys, welcome to Melanin and Albinoid Live. This is Lady Abimbola as usual. You will not see my face in this video cast because I promised I was going to talk about sodium bicarbonate. I spoke about like making a kind of cleanser for the system. Okay, I made something brief on my last video, and this is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, this is sodium bicarbonate, and I said something about the radiation and radiation attack and everything. We have so much radiation in the world today, and as targeted individuals, there's always this possibility that you're being shot with radiation and some chemicals. That we have the pH value of the human body, and the pH value of the human body basically, you know, this pH value, we have the acid, the normal, and we have the alkaline. And the acid part, you don't have to feed your body with so much acid. So when you have so much acid in the system, you're just creating an atmosphere for viruses, for bacteria, and for all kind of things. But the normal is okay. It's not so bad. It's not so good also. But at least it's better than the acid. But when you have the alkaline, everybody is advised to keep the pH value on the alkaline level. And how do you do that? For example, what you eat is who you are. So for example, to have a daily cleanse, I spoke about the radiation, I spoke about the fluoride in water. You can find fluoride in water, you can find it in a toothpaste, you can find it even in the alcohol. People that drink alcohol, I don't drink alcohol, but you can find fluoride there also. But fluoride is actually, it's a poison. It actually can destroy the human immune system. It destroys child growth. It destroys the back, you know, it destroys the bone, the pelvic area also. It destroys the pelvic area in adults. It destroys the brain. It attacks the pineal gland in the brain, and it also attacks the thyroid gland near the esophagus. Anyway, so I'm going to show you when I'm editing the video, I'm going to show you some pictures of what I'm talking about: the pineal gland, the thyroid gland, and the esophagus, where you find them. And when you actually have this is a saving grace for most people. That is carbon bicarbonate. This carbon bicarbonate, basically what does it do? It's a lifesaver because it's a good cleanser. The major thing in the human body is to actually have, in this carbon bicarbonate in the human body, is to have a very clean colon system. We have all the human organ. You have the kidney, you have the liver, you have the heart, you have the esophagus, you have the lungs, you have the pulmone in Italian language, you have the thyroid gland, you have all the necessary organ, even the mammalian gland and all the other organs, the womb, the fallopian tube, the ovaries, and all those things. And we live in a world where everything is contaminated, and we're all drifted to the acidic food system, and it's very dangerous for human beings to live on acidic food system. And what an acidic food system? Acidic food system does not really mean you're eating poison, but that you are actually eating food that are not grown not naturally, and that are dangerous to the human system. And the most important thing, anything that attacks the immune system is very dangerous for the human system. So every human being must actually keep it clean, the pH value, to actually have a good alkaline whatever in their system, to have alkaline water, alkaline food, the vegetables, the fruits, and every other thing you drink. So this is now the bicarbonate. It's the carbon bicarbonate, and it's called in Italian bicarbonato di sodio. It's called in Italian. And so I'm going to prepare something for you. Just hang on a moment. Okay, basically in the morning, to keep it safe, because your colon in the morning it has rested, it's just waking up. Either it's waking up, being filled up with whatever you digested a day prior that you have not, a day before that you've not gotten out of your system, and it's still there. But it's very dangerous to keep the colon has to be clean always. When the colon is clean, every other thing in the system is affected, because all the organs in our body is intertwined. And I have here a bottle of water. This is alkaline water. I actually made the alkaline water myself. You can make alkaline water yourself. I actually use the tap water. Hang on a moment. I got my everything. I'm in the hotel room, so I'm not in a house or something, so you just have to pardon me. I have little space. So this is actually this water, for example. To have your alkaline water, you can have ordinary tap water. You can boil the water. When you boil the water, then when it's cooled off, then you put it in a bottle, and when you have it in a bottle, you can have your lime. You can have lime in it, and you can get your alkaline water like that. At least you purify it a little bit, and that's it. But we're talking about the big sodium bicarbonate now. So this sodium bicarbonate, for example, how it works is that I have a spoon here. I have this mini cup. You can see it's a mini cup. It's a small cup, okay? And this sodium bicarbonate, in the morning when you wake up, the first thing after brushing your teeth, and even if you don't brush your teeth, it doesn't matter, you have this is a teaspoon, this is a tablespoon, and this is a teaspoon. You see the difference? This is a tablespoon and this is a teaspoon. You have half of this teaspoon, because this is actually like a kind of coffee a coffee cup. It's a small cup. So you have like half of this. You can see just half of this of the teaspoon of the sodium bicarbonate. And when you have I'm just going to pour it out, because I don't want to drink it now, because I already, I drank this morning, so I don't need it again. So, but basically for just teaching you guys. So, when you buy sodium bicarbonate, remember you can buy something with a good container, not the one in boxes. The one in boxes that okay, but the one in boxes, you can actually use them for your legs, to relax your legs and to get away the odor if you have odor. But this is refined carbon bicarbonate. Is refined. You have to get the refined one, okay? The refined carbon bicarbonate, okay? I just leave this here. Then you have the cup with the bicarbonate, okay? Though I got some out of it. And this is the water. Though I have already made this an alkaline water, but anyway, you can use any kind of water anyway. I basically think about, just keep it alkaline is always, because the pH value of the human system, you understand the way it goes. If you go to my website, melaninandalbinoid.com, melaninandalbinoid.com, I have a page that talks about all what I'm talking about now. The alkaline, the pH value of the human system. You have from 1 to 4 is acidic, from 5 to 6, from 5 to 7 is normal, and from 8 to 10 is alkaline. So when you are like between the 4 and 6, it's still okay. It's not the best, you can do better, but it's better to be normal than to be in the acidic level. But unfortunately, what are the acidic food we eat? Most people don't even know the hamburger we eat, and sometimes also some cheeses we eat, even milk. We don't really need all those things. These are acidic things that actually get into the human system. And the water we drink also, the water we drink actually, it has enough fluoride to kill anybody. But this is a silent killer. Fluoride is a silent killer. It destroys the immune system, and the immune system is actually the protection for the human body. The human metabolism is actually, it functions very well when the immune system is okay. It's a defense system of the body, and also it destroys the pineal gland, and the pineal gland is actually what makes us send the melanin in the pineal gland in the head, in the brain. I'm going to show you the picture of that. If you go to my website, Melanin and Albinoid, you can Google it, Melanin and Albinoid. You will find the page page, I have the picture of the pineal gland and the brain. You know, it's in the middle of the brain. And when we wake up in the morning and we open our eyes and light goes into our eyes, the light that goes into our eyes actually makes a signal to the pineal gland, and the pineal gland actually wakes up the brain and every other thing that you are awoken, and all the system begins to work, because it's the brain that sends it sends a message to all the system, to the kidney, to the heart, and the heart, you know, to the liver, to the womb, and every other thing. Okay, so this is very important, you know. Okay, always keep it safe, especially for the targeted individuals. You have to keep healthy. It's very important. I am 46 years old, but I don't look my age, because I've always lived a very healthy lifestyle. You know, I've always, you know, taking good care of myself, and I don't joke with my health at all. If anything at all, I don't joke with my health. I keep it safe. I don't take drugs. I don't take alcohol. I'm not on any kind of medication. I have a very healthy body. I've never been sick. You know, the only time I was in the hospital was just for stress, because I was gang stalked, and I'm still gang stalked, and you know, just the situation I find myself that is stressful. But apart from that, I have a very healthy body, you know, so thank God for that. So this is your water now. It's ready. When you wake up in the morning, you have a glass of this, and I'm going to drink this. Okay, when you drink it, normally you have some residue of the carbonate at the bottom. When you have it, don't bother to mix it, because once you have it, you stir it and let it simmer down. You see, while I was talking, it simmered down, and when it simmered down, you still have residue. Even though I didn't use the whole thing I was supposed to use, you still have some residue. What do you do with the residue? You don't throw it away. You put more water. When you put more water, then you actually stir again. When you stir again, and you know, this time it should be okay. But normally, if I use the amount I was supposed to use, you still have some residue. But you can take about 4 or 5 cups. It's very good, because water also is very good. But always make sure you make alkaline water. Alkaline water, it's absolutely necessary, because the fluoride in the water is actually killing most people. The fluoride in the water, it destroys the womb. For example, it makes so many people not fertile again. That's why you see most men, they cannot produce because they are not fertile. Maybe some women also. You can see some people, they have lungs problem. Some people, they have diabetic. They have cancer. They have leukemia, all kinds of diseases. But when you actually keep a very healthy lifestyle, you begin to understand the fact that to be healthy is not difficult. If you watch my last video, I uploaded my last video. I spoke about some of these things, but not in details, because I promised I was going to make a video for this thing. Okay, so basically the thing is that in the human body, it's not a fragile or a complicated issue, because God Almighty has actually created us in His own image and in His own likeness, and that means we've been created unto perfection. And when you're created unto perfection, something that is created perfect can never go bad. So when there's a problem, you go back to the manufacturer, and let's just say God is the potter and we are the clay. So when there's a problem, you go back to the manufacturer to fix the clay. So in this sense, God has given us natural things that we underestimate all these little things. For example, garlic and honey. If you prepare garlic and honey and you take it regularly, like every morning or whatever, that's actually very healthy. And so many other things, you can juice things, like I juice things also. This is the one I juiced today. I'm still, I drank already some, and this is the one I'm going to drink later. I have the inside here, I think I used I didn't use much because I don't have much around. So this is what I use. I've forgotten the name again. You know this? Let me just show you under the light. That's what, oops. Aligrano or something like that. I've forgotten the name, just slipped my mind just now. Okay, that's what I use, and a apple, and this vegetable. I just used this tree this morning, and sometimes also you can use flaxseed. You can use flaxseed. Flaxseed is actually highly nutritional. Always throw it in whatever you take in the morning. If it's cereal is good. It's not good. Cereal is acidic. It's not alkaline, and it's not even normal, because cereal actually, some are made with corn. Corn is not good for us or for our system. Starch is not good for our system, because starch actually kills the brain cells, and when it kills the brain cells gradually, and you lose your memory, and with time you begin to lose your memory, you begin to lose your focus because of all the starch in the system. And for example, I live in Italy, and Italy, they're used to eating pasta, spaghetti, and all those things, and all those things are actually not good, because pastas are made with farina, which is the flour, and they're all with rice, and these two things are very dangerous for the human system. But this is their national food, this is their traditional food, and I think to separate an Italian from spaghetti or from pasta, you have to kill them first. So basically, you cannot separate that too. But it's not very healthy anyway. Hamburger is not healthy at all, and all these food that are processed food, they are not healthy at all. But when you visit my website, Melanin and Albinoid, it's Melanin and Albinoid. Okay, if you Google it, Melanin is MELANIN, and Albinoid, ALBINOID. Albinoid, I got this actually. Melanin, melanin is the pigmentation of the skin, and albinoid is actually albino and the white skin, because they don't have the melanin pigmentation. I decided to now make it, instead of albino, it's albinoid, so it's a race without the melanin pigmentation. So I just use, that's the name of my website, that's the name of even my YouTube channel. I have a channel, Melanin and Albinoid, and I have one lady, Abimbola, but they are both managed by me. I have my website, I have all my social network. If you go to my video, under the video, you always find all my social network. I have Twitter, I have Github, I have Facebook, Instagram, and all the social network. Most of the social network. Okay, I am not a medical doctor. I did not study medicine. This is a disclaimer. Okay, let me just add this disclaimer fast before somebody says, okay, I did this and I got in trouble. I want to make a disclaimer, and the disclaimer is I am not a medical doctor. I never studied medicine, or neither am I a teacher for medicine. But these are the things I have actually used on myself for years, and at 46 years old, I don't have any wrinkle, I don't have any stretch mark, I don't have any illness, I don't have any disease, I don't have any excessive fat or anything in my body. My eyes work with perfection, my brain works with perfection, my body works with perfection, my muscles are strong and tight, and every other thing works onto perfection. All my organs work onto perfection. And this is because I grew up in a family whereby, when we were growing up, my mom always gives us like 1.5 liter of water, or about, at least you should finish a liter from the 1.5. At least you should finish a liter. And those days, I remember while we were growing up, we usually think my mom, she has lost it, because how can she give us, a 1.5 liters of water? But the fact is that because you don't know what it's all about, and we get so nauseated, and sometimes I remember I used to pass my water down to my brothers. I didn't like it at all, But at the end of the day, when I grow up, I know the power of water. God created water. It's an thing that people don't even understand. Do you actually know a glass of water before bedtime can actually save you from a stroke? It can actually save you from an heart attack. A glass of water. So basically, this is things that God has given us freely. We have the garlic, you have the beetroot, you have you have the the sodium bicarbonate. You have so many of these natural things. It costs nothing. This sodium bicarbonate, for example, here in Italy, where I live, the south of Tyrol, in the supermarket, you have sodium bicarbonate is about 55 cents. But this one is a little bit expensive because it comes with a container and it's refined. I got this about €5 or something like that, or €6. I can't remember. But this is refined sodium bicarbonate, so it's a little bit expensive. But the one that is not refined is also okay if that's the one you can afford. But I bought this. I choose to buy this because of the container, so it can be, well protected. That's why I bought this, okay? And because I live in the hotel, and because of that, I cannot keep things carelessly around. So I bought this that has a cover, but the one in the that costs about 55 cents, it's like in a cardboard container. And if you have a kitchen, if I have a kitchen, okay, but I don't have a kitchen, so I have to be careful what I have, and so I don't have my room smelling or something. So that is just it. Bicarbonate with sodium is actually good to cleanse your system, to cleanse your colon, and not just cleansing the colon. It cleanses the lungs also. It helps, it cleanses the respiratory organ also. It helps get rid of the mucus. And the basic for every illness or every disease or every problem, health issues that we have is actually, it originates from mucus. When you have mucus in the system, the mucus you have in the system is what generates into illnesses and diseases. So therefore, for example, if you have in your lungs, you have mucus in the lungs, the doctor, if you go to the doctor you say you have bronchitis or whatever they call it, and this is actually respiratory problem, but it is caused by mucus. So this mucus, what actually assists the mucus to be there and is expanding is because you have an acidic body, and once your body is filled with acid, it creates atmosphere for mucus. And when mucus is static in your body, it starts creating viruses, diseases, and all kind of things that begins to kill your organs. But if you want to keep it safe, you have to follow the rules and regulation of the pH value of the human system. Instead of staying on the acidic side, it's better you play it safe on the normal side or the alkaline. Alkaline is always the best, okay? Even if you don't, you can go on alkaline for a very long time, and sometimes even if you stray from it, it doesn't matter. It's permitted but if you keep healthy, like me, for example, even tomorrow, if I decide to eat an hamburger or I decide to eat a pizza, it doesn't matter because I always keep a healthy lifestyle. But if you've been keeping acidic lifestyle, you're just killing yourself. You're gradually killing yourself. You're destroying your immune system. You're destroying your brain. And that's why you see most people, they cannot think properly for themselves because the brain is destroyed. But they don't know that. They don't know that. So we have to keep it safe. It's highly important. Bicarbonato de sodium, actually in Italian language, but carbon bicarbonate in English, it can heal cancer. It can heal cancer. How can it heal cancer? If you have cancer, for example, if you have cancer in the stomach, you're already a healed person because you just have to drink this regularly. But if you have, and of course you have to mix other things, some things you have to prepare, but if you have an external cancer, I remember I knew an Italian at Rome. I went there to work, and when I went there to work, this Italian man, he had cancer of the legs. I have the picture. I think I'm going to post the picture with this video if I can. I will try to blot out his face. I will show you the cancer of the legs. And when I went to work and I saw the man, and he could not walk. He was on a wheelchair. Not that he could not walk because he was disabled. He could not walk because the cancer has eaten him up so much. And he has a kind of cream he uses regularly. The cream is about €45, and he says he buys that cream every week. So therefore he's using a cream €45 every week with some medication that the doctors gave to him and everything. I told him, look, listen, you are just wasting money for nothing. All you have to do, change your diet, try to eat well, and I can help you heal what you have there. And that's what I did. I did some things together, some herbal things. I made some herbal concoction together, and I cleansed the legs. I regularly did that for him every day. I cleansed the leg, I gave him something to drink, and regularly I did it. And in 1 month, this guy, in fact, in 1 week, this guy felt different. I mean, this is the person they push around in wheelchair. After I did that, the guy basically started like lifting himself up after 1 week. He was lifting himself up and walking on the wheelchair, but walking with his leg on the wheelchair. So basically, you see, the human body is auto-healing because God has created us perfectly. The Bible says we're wonderfully and beautifully made. So for the targeted individuals, for example, who are the chosen ones of God, you know, when you're being targeted with radiation attack, and we live in the world whereby the cell phone, the mobile phone, the Wi-Fi, we have the all the antennas we have all around the place for technology, communications, microwave, all this kind of things. It actually destroys the organ of the human being. So therefore, you need daily protection. And also for ladies, this bicarbonate of the sodium, for example, I will show you another secret of bicarbonate of the sodium. I will show you another secret of bicarbonate of the sodium. This is another cup, okay? And for the bicarbonate of the sodium for ladies, okay, instead of buying, because I also in the past I used to buy expensive makeup and cleanser. I use Clinique. I'll just show you. This is my last Clinique I used. I use Clinique product, okay? So you can see I'm not just making things, but this is finished now. I cannot afford this now any longer for now. But anyway, I don't need it anymore because I use all the stains now. You see, this is my last Clinique bottle. I use Clinique product. I can show you. I use, okay, that's the Clinique bag they give to me. You see, I use Clinique. Every product I have is Clinique. This is Clinique cleanser, okay? This is Clinique to rejuvenate. This is the foundation. This is the lipstick, the lip gloss. This is the foundation, the solar, whatever. And this is the total turnaround. Okay, this is the hand spray. This is the night total turnaround, the night, whatever. You know, I have lots of it. This is the foundation also, and so on. So basically, this is what I was spending a lot of money to use this Clinique. To use this Clinique product. I'm not saying Clinique is a good product. I'm not saying it's a bad product. It's a good product. But you see, when we get exposed to so many things, you spend a lot of money. But with the bicarbonate of the sodium, we does this about 5-6 euros. You know, thereabouts. You know, I can't remember vividly, but around that amount, about 5-6 euros, or you know, something below or above, something thereabout. You know, you can buy this, and even if you don't even need to use this refined for your face, you can use it for your face. So what do? You can take part of it, just a little like that. You can see, just a little, okay? Then you put some water, okay? You see? You just mix, you put some water, okay? And what do I do with this now? You can just put your hand, okay? And this is for the face, okay? Okay. So you actually just, you know, you just kind of pamper your face with it. You know, you don't scrub it and just make it go everywhere. You don't have to be thick, you know, just a little, you know, it's liquid and that's it. It doesn't need to be thick. You just put it on your neck also. For the women, you put it on your neck also. And once you do that, you wait for it a little bit to dry up on the face. You wait for it to dry up on the face a little bit, okay? When it dries up on the face, okay, this is the water with the bicarbonate of the sodium, okay? Sorry, my poster is coming out. So when you let it dry a little bit on your face, okay, I just put it now, so we just wait for about 3-5 minutes or whatever. I will just pause the video, okay, and I'll wait for 5 minutes, okay. Then when it's 5 minutes, I will start the video again, okay. Okay, it's 5 minutes now, okay. It's 5 minutes now. It's on my face. It's 5 minutes, okay. You see, can you see me now? Okay. Can you see me? Okay, you can see the sodium bicarbonate. Okay, it's dried up and it looks a little bit light. It's on my face now. So what we're gonna wash it off now. I'm going to wash it off. Now I need both hands. Sorry. Okay, okay, I don't think the light here is so good, I don't know. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so with the sodium bicarbonate on the face, what does it do to the face? It actually if you touch my face now, it's so soft. Just 5 minutes, because if you keep it longer than that, it dries it up. Okay, it's so powerful. So what does it do? It keeps the face so smooth and soft. Okay, it gives you the baby-like thing, and it gets rid of the dry skin on the face and on the neck. For women, use it on the neck also. And when if you can touch my face now, it's baby soft. So when you just wash it, then you put a moisturizer. I have not put a moisturizer right now because I'm talking with you guys. Okay, so you just cleanse it. I mean, you just put it there 5 minutes. And you wash it off, and your face becomes so smooth. In the morning, for example, if you have an hectic day or you have a meeting and you want to look your best, I would advise you to use sodium bicarbonate, because it keeps the skin fresh. Okay, it's very nice, and it also gets rid of radiation in the skin, because sometimes when you sleep, you have so much radiation on you, either radiation direct attack, or maybe because of just the radiation around you in any way, and you accumulate it into the body. And when radiation stays in the body for a very long time, it destroys the organ. Our organs are very fragile, but they auto repair themselves, but you need to know what to feed them to auto repair themselves. Like the pineal gland, I said, the pineal gland is the center of the brain, and this is what actually makes us to be, super active, or let me just use the word superhuman. But if you know what to do to keep it alive and strengthen it. And the thyroid gland, you have the thyroid gland here, it's at the neck. You see some people, they have problem in talking. It's because the thyroid gland is damaged. And actually, the people that they're into organ trafficking, they kill people to get their organ. The thyroid gland goes as much as I heard, I think about $350,000 to $500,000 for the thyroid gland. So basically, for you to have a thyroid gland of somebody, I think they have to kill that person, because nobody will give up their thyroid gland. When they give birth to you, you're talking, and you give it all because of money. So you get money not to talk again. I don't think that would happen. But people are very evil in the world we live today, and it happens that they kill people for organs. Now we have organ trafficking and all these things. So we have to take care of ourselves. We live in the world whereby there's so much contamination in the world. There's so much bacteria in our food. And this sodium bicarbonate also, you can use it as a cleanser for your food. When you wash your food, for example, you put a drop of it in anything you do, even if it's chicken, meat, or whatever, to disinfect it, to disinfect your chicken, to disinfect your fish, your meat. But you don't let it stay too long, because when you stay too long, it softens it. Okay, so what you do is that you have a bowl of water, you put a pinch of it in the bowl of water, you mix it together. When it's ready, then you probably wash your meat with some another water. Then the sodium bicarbonate water will be the last to wash it in. So you wash it in it and you bring it out immediately. You don't leave it there, because it makes it softer. For example, if you want to cook beans and you, instead of waiting for so long hours, if you put this in it and soak it, it actually softens it. So that's why you see some people, they actually use it for the corn on the legs, you know, to get rid of the corns of the legs and to take care of all the corns on the leg. That you can use it, but not this refined one. You can use just the ordinary one. You don't need to use the refined sodium bicarbonate. So this is a must-have for every home, because it actually, and also another thing with sodium bicarbonate, I will show you. With sodium bicarbonate, another thing you can do, you can buy coconut oil, or you can use ordinary oil like I'm doing here. But because I cannot afford another type, that's why I'm using this. But it's okay also, or any kind of oil you have available to you. All those things are not expensive. This is salt, for example, and this is salt, for example. This is salt. This is you can use coconut oil. You can use coconut oil, and this is bicarbonated sodium. Okay, I have all these things. I keep a lot of it here because it's always handy for me. And you have this, okay, and you have. I'll just make a little of it because I have it already. You have a little of sodium bicarbonate. You have a little of water, okay, and you mix it together. And you mix them together. This is salt, this is sodium bicarbonate, and you mix it together, and you have a little bit of coconut oil, okay. When you have this together, a little bit of coconut oil, then you have your brush, because I have my teeth here. When I was going through a lot of stress and persecution and all these things, I kind of, I let all this thing go, and it affected my teeth. So in the front here, I have a kind of open teeth, but it's not natural. It's not something I was born with. It's just because I let go. I was not doing all these things. So right now, I'm really, taking care of. I'm extremely careful about my health, because when you just let go like that, things can happen. Until today, the teeth is actually a little bit twisted. That's why it's open a little bit. My teeth was never like that. In fact, in Nigeria, where I originate from, I did an advertisement for the teeth, for toothpaste. So my teeth was, one of the best in those days, and I just let it go here, and it's kind of just separating from each other. So I have to get a dentist to correct that, but I cannot afford that for now, But the teeth is in perfect condition. Only that because of the while I just let it go. So basically, this is ready with the coconut oil, salt, and this. You put it in your brush and you brush. You put it in your brush and you brush up and down, and you also put it on your gum. When you put it on your gum, but you don't let it to stay too long. When you have to, be fast about it, because the normal toothpaste is with fluoride. And I will show you something. The normal toothpaste, it's with fluoride. It has fluoride here, and you see when you have this sign on toothpaste, it's synthetic. Look at it. Look, if you have this, you have to look at this logo on toothpaste, because they have different logos on toothpaste that people are not aware of, and this is it's not good for the for the health of the teeth. If it's black, you have the black, you have the blue, you have the red, you have different types, but it means different things. Some that they're artificial, they don't have a natural thing in them. Some, but very little toothpaste has natural, and even the one that has natural, it has fluoride, and fluoride is not good for the teeth. Fluoride destroys the teeth, and once it goes into the teeth, it also goes into the mouth, and once it goes into the mouth, it gets to the brain, and once it gets to the brain, it destroys your pineal gland, and once it destroys your pineal gland, it destroys your brain, and when it goes into the body, it destroys the immune system. So with this alone, you can brush your teeth, and your teeth is healthy. And now you can see my teeth is I just have to get a dentist to get this close back together, because I just let it go the time I was going through a lot of stress, okay? And that's just the only thing. But apart from that, I have a very strong teeth now, you see, and this is all I use, okay? So basically, as I said before, all those things I'm sharing with you are things I actually practice personally, okay? I'm not a medical doctor. I did not study medicine. I studied information technology. I know a lot about the computer. I know a lot about graphics. I know a lot. I taught computer in Milan when I used to live in Milan. I did computer. I do marketing and all those things, but I did not study medicine or any stuff, but I actually studied natural herbs. I studied personally, not in school, but it's a personal research I made. I made a personal research, knowing so many things, and also, certain people that also they've discovered things. I listen to them, I read their books, and all those things. So at the end of the day, you begin to take all the necessary things. Your health is something nobody can take your health from you. They can steal your car, they can steal your money, they can take your house, they can steal everything from you, but nobody can steal your health or the relationship you have with your creator. So it's very important you take good care of your health. And today, as I said, we are treating sodium bicarbonate, and you see all the necessary things, all the things we can actually do with sodium bicarbonate. We can use it as a toothpaste, which is actually the very healthy toothpaste, because the salt we actually use, this is an iodine salt. It's not any kind of salt, okay? You don't use the normal salt, but iodine salt is one of the best salt, because iodine salt is good for the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland feeds on the iodine. The thyroid gland feeds on the iodine. So when you use this, it also helps the thyroid gland. And when it helps the thyroid gland, it cleanses the system from there, okay? So for the bicarbonate, you can use it as a toothpaste, a natural toothpaste that keeps your teeth healthy, that keeps all the bacteria feel. And sometimes when you have feeling, this can actually help in any feeling you have and all the decay, and it begins to heal you naturally, okay? And I also said sodium bicarbonate, you can also use it as a colon cleanser. The colon is a very sensitive part of a organ in the body, and the colon is where you have the waste of the body. So when you eat and it goes to the stomach, and the stomach digests the food, and everything is transferred to where it needs to go, and when it's transferred like that, the residue of whatever is not needed goes to the colon, and from the colon it is passed away. But when the colon is not healthy, you cannot pass away things the way you're supposed to pass away things. And that's why people become sick. They don't understand why they become sick. But the sickness comes from the colon. The sickness begins to go to different areas, okay? And it begins to create mucus around the area it's destined to destroy. If it goes to the lungs, for example, it creates a mucus around the lungs, and it creates a respiratory problem for you. If it goes to the heart, for example, then it creates a heart situation for you. If it goes to the kidney, it creates a kidney situation for you. It can create kidney failure, or sometimes if it goes to the what is it called again? In Italian, it's called I've forgotten the name. It's called also in Italian language. It just keep my mind also. But anyway, the pancreas. Sorry, the pancreas. If you go to the it's here. You have the pancreas just below the lungs. Where you have the lungs, you have the pancreas here, and the pancreas is actually what actually transmits insulin. The insulin for the people that have diabetic. Diabetic is curable. It's curable. Diabetic is curable. I have helped so many people cure diabetic. I have helped so many people. Even people I don't know, I see on the street, I have helped, done that, but I just give them advice, and if they follow the advice, they see the difference, you see. So you have the pancreas here, and the pancreas is what actually it generates the insulin, and the insulin, what does the insulin do? It controls the sugar level in the blood, because in the blood you don't need so much sugar and you don't need less, so it controls the sugar level. But when the pancreas, most of the time when the colon has a problem, it begins to affect all the organs around it, and the womb, for example, the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, all the wombs in the woman's body, it's close to the colon. And that's why you see some women, they have cancer of the womb, cancer or whatever, because the colon has a situation, so you just have to take care of all the organ, and the vital organ you have to take care of to live a very healthy life. And when you live a very healthy life, even sometimes when you find yourself in stressful situation, it doesn't rest on you so much, because you are healthy from within. And when you are healthy from within, anything that comes from outside, it's from within. There is a fight. There's a fight that protects you. Like for example, if I'm being attacked with radiation, apart from the fact that I'm a Christian and the Holy Spirit sensitized me, I know immediately when something is going wrong. I know immediately when my food is poisoned, when anything in my cream, my shampoo, or whatever, if it's poison or something is not good or is acidic, my body tells me immediately. I know immediately. What I do, I just get rid of that thing. God sensitizes me to that. So it's not just, all those things is good to know, but the first thing is trusting in God. When you trust in God, you have a faith like a lion, and then, with your faith, so many other things will be revealed to you, and, it's out of curiosity and, my desire to live a very healthy life. I got all those things, and I hope you try also to live a very healthy life, because that's the only thing nobody can steal away from you. God has created us to be very beautiful, to be very healthy, but the responsibility of our own health is our own hands. Okay, I'm growing every day, but I'm growing gracefully. I'm not aging, but I'm growing gracefully. At 46, I think if a 25-year-old person stays by my side, they will even think a 25-year-old person is older than me, because I'm actually growing gracefully. I'm not growing with wrinkles, with stress and everything. I'm growing gracefully, and I thank God for that. Okay, so it's very important you take good care of yourself. So I would end this video cast here. I think I've said it all, what needs to be said about this, and the next time I'll also bring other things that we can talk about, and I'll show you what to do to keep a very active life. But visit my website. You can go to the search engine. It is Melanin and Albinoid Live. You can just go search Melanin and Albinoid. It will take you to my YouTube channel. The both channels I have videos about the gang stalkers, about gang stalkers and targeted individual. I have a campaign on Facebook against abuse. I'm against modern day abuse. I'm against gang stalking and targeted individual, because I am actually a targeted individual for 14 years, and I've gone through a lot of stressful situations. I've lost personal properties and things, but I'm still standing because I focus on one thing, on my faith in Christ Jesus, and of course on the fact that I live a very healthy life. Okay, and that's all for today. And remember, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So if you have a sound mind, you learn to face your fears and elevate your mind and resist the temptation to panic. So remember always to make God's word a standard for your life. Till the next time. Bye.